Hey guys, Mecha-san here with more of Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury here. In episode 16 now. Okay, so last episode, it was a very unique episode here because no sign, no hide or hair of our main characters here, of the primary characters. That being Suletta and Ariel. None at all here. I've been going. It's so rare. I've been going through my archives and I haven't found another case where that's happened. Of course, my archives are massive here, so it's gotta be there. I just haven't located it yet. Oh, but yeah. So it was not all Suletta at all. Instead, it was focused on Dawn of Fold and the whole orphanage and everything like that. Grassley got more into it, and Guel. Oh wow, yeah, poor Guel's like, whew. So they figured out who he was, captured him. Makes me wonder what happened to the other people on that freighter, and hoping to use him as a bargaining chip. But it seems his company, Jatark, is going bankrupt. Damn. So yeah, let's see what he does. Will he finally go back to his? He's probably gonna try. He's got to try to go back to his family and everything like that. It's gonna be something. And another note here: I looked up the mobile suits that Dawn of Fold use, and they are original in that they belong to another corporation entirely here, not one of the main three or anything like that. Like Hanumat Manufacturing Industries, something like that. Yes, okay, cool. And so far, I haven't seen. There's no sign of who the designer was, other than the cockpit. Got like the one who designed the cockpit is the same designer who also made the Michaelis and that special suit, Burgo whatever, from the prologue. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce that name. I gotta hear it a few more times in order to get that right here, but yes. So that guy worked, those were both Grassley machines, and in this case, we don't know who's the mech designer of that mech. That's all I know, because the cockpit's nice, okay, cool. I like okay, that's always cool to see that, okay, so the cockpit is different designed than the mech, cool, but who designed it? I want to know. And we got a lot about how Sophie and the other one was seen by the kids. I'm still surprised. So Sophie was seen as a hero figure to the orphans. Makes me wonder just how she treated the kids there. Like what was her daily life there? Because the only time we ever seen her in the orphanage was when she was looking at the promo video, the ad video of Gundam Mink. It's interesting. Okay, so let's just see what happens. As always, people do to avoid any copyright blocks from Sunrise and such. I have to opaque the screen a lot, and the volume has to be very low. Please understand that this is just what I gotta do. Okay, so yeah, you had another daughter. When and with who? She's in the Ariel. Yeah, she's there. She's part of the Ariel. Beyond the data storm. Again, it's like, how clearly she's older than 4 years old here. It's like she's 8 or something in this thing here. So how did he have Suletta? Like, who's the father, or is she a direct clone? Because she looks. Yep, she turned a human into a mobile suit. Setsuna would be jealous here. It basically what happened to Rita. Was it Rita? I think it was Rita. Rita in the Phoenix, but but in this case, it was on purpose. Where for Rita, it's her consciousness was stuck in her consciousness here was in a massive feedback loop in which it was pretty much backed up into the Phoenix here. This is clearly that's clearly okay. Sorry. That little feature of the Psycho Frame Tech essentially serving as a backup hard drive, clearly accidental discovery here. It was the same principle as that piece, the T-shaped the Psycho Frame that flew off in Char's counterattack and was confirmed to have been recovered by Neo Zeon. That's how they actually made full frontal here, make it so close to Char. Because inside in the Psycho Shard had stored a piece of consciousness from Char. Problem was, the thing is, it also had a bit of because it came from Char's Zabi, if I remember right, but it also carried with it some of Amuro. An imprint of a small copy of Amuro, and since both of those guys had an imprint of Lala, so was she inside that thing. And so when they made full frontal, even though it was mostly Char, he had a bit of Amuro and Lala in the back. And now Rita here, because she's a new type, went through the cyber new type treatment and whatever sort, and that's apparently some new methods of a new type treatment. I don't know what they did. We don't know exactly what kind of new type treatment they did to Rita. It's made it sound like it's a much different version than the others. When she went with the Psycho Unit 3, she died, but her consciousness literally lived on within the mobile suit, stuck in a feedback loop. And now we have this with Eddie inside the mobile suit, because she was able to link. Okay, what? Go through all layers? I'm assuming that's what permit score. That's another form of permit score here, like the permit score layer. They still haven't told us much about how exactly this works here. Is the layer connectivity the same as increasing one permit score level? And again, is it because Eddie was an immature baby that hasn't even hit puberty yet, that was still a 4-year-old, still developing? The reason why she was able to go through that here because her mind was still, or is it because she's like a 1 in a million kind of situation? Eddie can be happy. Eddie biometric code was completely synced with the data store. Really? What? That's to keep Lidrith to keep Eddie alive. So Lidrith, the Ariel is Lidrith? Just combined with Eri? Use the data store network to transfer her biometric code. Is that it? Oh. Yeah, the data storm is when all the information of mobile suit. Yeah, in this case, it goes to the human and it's a lot to take in, but who's to say it can't be the opposite? It can't work the other way. They're permanent particles now. You disintegrate in physical space. With a permanent score of 8? Into the data storm through quiet 0. What about Suletta? Enhanced. Yeah, you did. Central nervous system to resist. The neural expansion. Artificial. Really? Please go back. The neural enhanced. So yeah, that's what using an artificial central nervous system with resistance to the data storm. That was the point. That was where we get that. Like that's how they can handle higher permit score. Using nanomachines and such to help take the load, and or in this case, strengthen. The neural expansion theory. So this theory has been around since the days of Dr. Cardo, and she refused it. Why? Okay, I can guess, but why? Was you? Oh boy. Eddie no longer exists, basically, so her body couldn't handle the rigors of space. Oh, God. There's still too much we don't know. And now her biometric code here, which is a very scientific way of saying her consciousness. Her consciousness, or if you want to get far more spiritual, her soul. Because something Gundam loves to do with that regard. But basically, yeah, like they digitized her mind, just made her the Ariel. She is both Eddie, and at the same time, not exactly. I mean, you don't become part of a giant robot without some sort of new identity forming. That's still the same, but not the same. Very complicated. You're both in neither. Oh, wait, it's back. Let me see here. Oops, wrong one. I'm just let's see. Okay, I think let's see. Raise the volume a bit more here. I think that's good enough. Again, you can never be too sure when I have to do this. Terrorism at the school authority unable to manage situation. Unable to manage situation. Has not with the kidnapping of Grassley. It's also said to be involved in the recent accident. Yes, they're calling the event the attack that happened in the plant an accident, not an actual terror attack. But now, yeah, come on, has been reported dead. Is injured as well. According to some sort of, so yeah, it's not publicly known that Deling is was injured or anything like that here. There's already gonna be chaos from all this here. Don't need to add any more. That was facing oppression. Under business administration laws, under business administration laws. What? Growing entities. Yeah, it really makes it feel so hard that in this case, this Earth is like G Gundam Earth, in which no, there is no government here. It's all that I like that look where we saw how the rocket curved like that here, it had guidance systems. So there is nothing here. There's no M particle so far. At least in this battle here, there is no M particle equivalent in this being used here. Because if there was, no, the rocket would not have auto-corrected. Fears of war and terrorism rise due to Earthian unrest. No duh. And whose response? A comment may have been leaked. Continuing the search. There during the open campuses? Back, no duh, space. Whoa. The Space Assembly League is starting to dig around too? Did they mention these guys before? I think they did mention in a previous episode some other authority here, but they get so little mention here, so it's such an in passing that it's easy to just forget. Elect a new president. You're on the election, right? Yeah. One of the three branches. Yeah, she won't try to be your partner, but he is saying he's just saying the possibilities. So, interesting. Nori? Clear the suspicion. Really? I couldn't care, okay? Yeah, you got... Can we get a translation on that? Good morning. Is it all Suletta? Oh wow, yeah, it's Suletta. Suletta kept messaging you over and over and over and over. Cycle of sin. Ah. First, I want to stop that here. I love the repair they did right there. Granted, it's a patch job, but I haven't seen that kind of work done outside of Gundam here, and well, original Gundam actually. Well, we first see how very quickly how they patched one of the holes in the colony, was it the colony or the ship? But either way, like some some sort of hard gel bubbles that Bright releases, and they just float into the rupture, and they crash into the side and start sealing the patch. But granted, that would only work against small tears like that here on a big fat hole. Not so much. It was also used we also saw that in the manga with the Red Rider, I think. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen that in other works. Also, not currently activity resistant. There are fewer. Okay, so yeah, this is many students have left. Activity has been restricted. The Space Assembly League was created to settle disputes. Apparently, picking me up next week. If only Mr. Guel was here, Gundam must be responsible for this attack. Do you have a sense of duty? Really? See who becomes her groom. Should be here to see who becomes the prince. And okay, interesting that we're seeing I still don't remember his name, but Guel's brother, his suit. Oof. I've seen worse, but I do love the detail we're seeing. Just like the missing head, the scorch mark, and the tear. The tear in the outer armor is showing some of the internals in the leg. I love that detail here. Like you can tell the area is very much melted. Ooh, you're lucky. There's Earthlings leave now. Nika in custody. Yeah, stop her. He says this. Yep. They have to confiscate area. Well, of course, they'd be stupid not to do that. Look, I'll say this. Choo Choo has some leeway because she did put herself in harm's way to protect acting CEO there of Jatark, so... Wow! I gotta applaud him. I wish I remember his name. I want to know, like, you know what? Because what he did here, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up his name here just to give this guy the credit here, because what he just did right there deserves the credit. It's like, this is a guy I know he's in charge, but he was always scared. Yep. Okay. Yep. Martin. Martin, right there. He actually stood up and just did this here. He didn't talk back, but he explained the situation like a leader would. I didn't think he had it in him. They did not think he had it in him. You took lives too. Martin. Oh. Was Minori watching the entire time? Props to Martin for taking the hit. Now we got Nika here. Don't you want to join our group? Giving you an olive branch. Earth and space. If you have a stake, wait, are you? So she's an Earth. So she is an Earthian, but until Grassley took him in. But I love how you had to ask. Nika had to ask if this girl was an Earthian as well. Cause yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can't tell. You honestly can't tell if someone's an Earthian or a Spacian unless like they tell you. Like yeah. So where were you born? Oh, I was born on side 3. I was born in the plants. It's like oh. I could just say that kind of stuff here. Like, oh, where was I born? I was born on what's the name of those colonies that they were still building in Double O? I could say that here when in actuality I'm not from there. Here I'm from like Jamaica or something, or like the Union or things like that. Yeah, it's like she's saying, I don't want to use the wrong means. What qualifies the wrong means exactly? And even if she's right, this we see how it is here. Like this world is too fucked up to really matter anymore. What's the right thing? The right thing is not. Oh, what's right or what's wrong? I'm afraid it's not that easy anymore with how messed up the world is. Attain the aerial for us. It's beginning. Your lackadaisical fighting during the Rumble Ring has left us rather disappointed. Ooh. Better group front. 6 factions. The company is down to 6 faction. Guel. Yeah. I've been gone for ages. You're like, well, after everything you've been through, he probably feels like he's aged 8 or 9 years, if not, and at least. Oh. Oh, well, he went right to his. He fainted. He fainted. A lot of. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, he's aware. I'm glad for you, man. At least you did the right thing. I was afraid that he'd be too ashamed, like he did it too ashamed or something like that to go to his brother. But no, between getting to the elevator, getting the moment he gets into the station, he goes directly to his father's old office to see his brother, and yeah. So props to the kid. Brought man company couldn't find any. as front management employees. He's talking to a woman. I'd like a path to freely enter and exit Gundam Inc. Okay, that's true. It was for excessive. Is that appropriate for a bottom ranked company? And they're right here. This goes back to what they said over in season 1 about Shinsei, where they should not have the funds to develop a mobile suit, let alone a Gundam. And yet, not only did they develop the aerial, obviously from the Lidrith, but they also managed to repair it up and give it the, well, mid-season upgrade. On this accusation. The higher-ups, huh? You're a mediator. Interesting. These guys, so these people work for the Space Assembly League then, and it's just the fact that they are a shipping company that occasionally takes these backroom deals to transport illicit cargo is a front? Choo-choo, wow. Wow! Choo-choo said thanks, but, and yeah, it looks like everyone... Company suspended from doing maintenance costs. Oh, back to business. These notifications. I like to buy a new app. Thank you. Yes. Who's that kid? Who's the guy with the just forcing to let his hand up? Nice wingman there. What? Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, since the end. Your bro. So, why are you here exactly? Like, even though... How about this? I'm stealing your family member. That ain't gonna work. Uh-oh. Yeah, he was able to use it because he had permission. You know, so... And the aerial clearly... almost, given what we know, I'm assuming the aerial felt a little bit of sympathy and pity for the guy. So, let's see what happens at number 5 here. The bad boy, the despicable one. Oh, yes. Stay away. No. No. Oh. Get her. In a way, it's very... This isn't like the Fat Act at all. No! Oh, look who it is. Them with enhanced human. No, not this one. Yeah. Whoa! Even for human experiment like me? You don't give a damn about my future. Yeah, that is true. It's like you keep saying about ideals, stuff like that here. Yeah, what about that guy? He's a human experiment. They had to redo his face and everything. What's gonna happen to him? Yeah, you know, I feel no pity for you. I really don't feel anything for you, man, girl. Ooh, Suletta's mom is clearly unhinged, but at least she's not looking for any real sympathy. At least not like her. Like crying or being disgusted, or how could you do this, or be hypocritical? You're no different. 3 a day. Yeah? Ooh. The distance here. Okay, yeah, we're probably talking about this, huh? Yeah. Well, you said that now. Well, she said it now. She realized that here. It was in the moment where adrenaline was high. She just saw someone get crushed, and Suletta has a smile on her face like it's nothing. So of course she was gonna be a little creeped out, and yeah. Uh-oh. Now becoming... Ugh. Yeah, how can you smile like that? Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. And building a school on Mercury. Oh, look, you doing a finger thing. Like wow. Oh, here we go. Gundam. Would you? Use a Gundam to kill like that? Don't get me wrong, some people have to die. Like, Raleigh Crusade, he had to die. he was dead either way here, considering what he was. People like, yeah, Patrick Zala was out of control. We've had Garen Zabi. We had Jamaitov. We had a lot of people. A lot of super psychos, just megalomaniacs and what have you. They had to die. And if a Gundam best chance to do that, then so be it. For the best. So be it. Like, because I did. Wow. Oh, wow. That is terrible. You are a tool, kid. She just pretty much said she's a tool. Wait for me, Eddie. Tell me, I'm very much curious. Really, what is Suletta to her? Just another tool? Yeah, I'm leaning towards Suletta being a clone of Eddie. And what then? With her next? Of my family's revenge. Yeah, he is. Oh, wow. Ranjit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Deprived me of my husband. And thought everyone at the Institute. Nope. I won't say that. No. Prize of my comrades. Kill that. Even as we speak. If you want revenge, what? Come the next president. At this point, you shouldn't do it. Bloodstained daughter. No. Oh god, it's a whole cycle of sin, cycle of murderers, like the sin to the parent passed down to the child. I can't believe she's playing that card. Not because it's horrible, but because it's so goddamn cliche. But then again, so far, her revenge is pretty cliche. Her goal is incredibly cliche, so of course she's gonna play that bullshit card. It's like, she's not a minority, is not a murderer. Delling is a murderer. I like how even in the prologue he said, I'll take full responsibility for the actions that I do. It's like, yeah, so yeah, by that right, it's not gonna be passed on to the daughter, to her, or anything like that, and oh boy. I love how she even Prospero even said like the screams of my colleagues, everything whispering in my ear. Yeah, clearly she's like, oh boy, what was that guy, that kid's name from Age? Zehart. Yeah, Zehart and everything. The tail end. How the like he lost he pretty much psychologically broke, probably also because that system he was using to enhance his extra under powers, but yeah. Yeah, it's like the ghosts were haunting him. In this case, the ghosts of our colleagues, everyone in the Venice Institute in that asteroid base, they're telling her, "Avenge us, avenge us, avenge us." That, or maybe in her helmet, and maybe the real reason why she wears the helmet is that she can listen to the recordings of the aerial took of like her friends, of her colleagues' final moments as they died. That'd be something, because you'd be hearing her husband going, "Happy birthday to you." Oh, wow. Oh, that'd be precious things. Wow. Okay. This artwork. Oh, crap. Oops. I apologize, people. I forgot to put on the. My bad. Oh well. Oh well. It's the opaque. I don't know, I'm sorry, people, but I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna do fix or anything like that, unfortunately. But this is my fault. Oh yeah, this artwork right here. Oof. K Mochizuki. Let me see. Let me see what this guy has done. Because I know I've seen kind of artwork before. Oh, okay. Okay, he's done some artwork. He's done some artwork for Gridman. That makes sense. Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay, yeah, he's done multiple artwork, stuff like that. Okay, gotcha. So, nice. So, quite a bit happened. A lot condensed in one episode here. Progress and everything. We got a situation, first of all, with Guel, and he went to his brother, just cut through that here. It showed his brother that he's very much alive and well, physically speaking. And his brother was so. I love that moment here where he. Yes, so excited that the kid fainted with relief. I, yeah, that's probably the best news he's had in weeks. And it was so much that he just lost consciousness. I like that. I like that he is. And but Guel, he doesn't stay. He goes off to do whatever. He says he'll handle the rest here. What does that mean? Is he gonna try to take over? Biggest thing, of course. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. We have Grassley. Now they gotta compete. She had the backing of one of the three branches. Shadik doesn't want to back us. Doesn't back Minori anymore. But just thinking out loud. What they say he was? What's the latest? The company has split into 6 factions. So sounds like Grassley has Grassley internally is now divided into 6 factions, and he took that to mean Shetty took that to mean that of the 6 of like the hierarchy, if anything, his faction is in 6th place, I guess. It's me. Yeah, a lot of the school has been evacuated. They're still repairing. Many students have gone home naturally. Anti-Spacian settlement is on the rise as the Spacians are going harder and harder, just trying to find Donald Fold. Like, they're completely indiscriminate. Now we got mention of the Space Assembly League. The Space Assembly League. The only form of government sounds like it. Again, we don't know much here. Like, we still don't. We see Earth giving off all the vibes of it being like in Gundam below, in which that's where the rabble live here, the worst of the worst, and all the power is in space, space governments of space here, but we know nothing. Yep. We know at best people that are from Mercury are treated as almost country bumpkin level, but we know nothing about any of the other colonies around the Earth sphere. Or, since we're Mercury already, what about Venus, Mars, and the ever-present, in some capacity, Jupiter? How many colonies do they got? How many colonies do they got on the moon? In Earth, in the Earth sphere, like Lagrange points, in Mars, Venus, like all that stuff here. How much? What's the human population for crying out loud? So now we got Gundam in clear of all charges. But people are still. Many of the students still don't care. They still blame Earth, thinking they're responsible, even though official investigations say otherwise. They are firm in their beliefs that it's all because of Earth House. Earth will respond. They're Earthlings. They're Earthians. Earth House. So they have to be it. They're the ones. No, they will not buy the fact that they won't accept the fact that that they're not. That's typical human behavior here. Like, they're not just gonna accept the official report here, even if it's from other Spacians. These are kids. They firmly believe they'll believe what they want to believe. They'll think what they want to believe here, and right now they've always held Earthians in a negative light here. Even that kid said here. Yeah, they're always suspicious of those Earthians, and these are teenagers who let their emotions dictate their actions 80% of the time. So, yeah. Now we've got Nika here against situation with her saying that she does want to be a bridge, but she doesn't want to use the wrong means. I'm afraid the line between right or wrong in this case has gotten extremely blurry. It's no longer a thin line here. You are by all rights, this conflict, this hostility, there is... what's the right way? That's all I can say. I mean, you keep saying, I don't want to use the wrong way, the wrong means. Well then, what's the right means? What way, how would you do it? Give me answers here. Like, you preach all this stuff here, but you have no counter to it. It's like, I don't want to use the wrong means. It's like, then what should we do? Tell me that. Now. Look, if you don't have a counter to what they're saying, then don't speak up. If all you're saying is the philosophy or what's moral, ethics, don't say anything. You gotta have a proper counter, a practical counter, not a moral or ethic counter in this right here, because that's not enough. That if that was enough here, things would have been so much better by now. A long time ago. Now we got Elon 5 here who tries to steal the Ariel and gets surprise, surprise. You see the family member. She's literally the family member. And yeah, Elon 4 was able to do it because was able to ride. I'll let this play out. Was able to ride the Ariel because he had permission. I'm using that as a thumbnail. Oh, that is. I loved it. Oh, yeah. And he wasn't trying to steal it, he just wanted to see what it was. So Ariel took pity on the kid. What should I have done instead? So my colleague went up in flames. I had to take refuge on. Why? You went up in flames. You could have taken a job, maybe open a clinic or something, and changed your name. But you wanted to continue your research after that happened. You worked for Pale. But one day lead to a better. You were cope for that, and now look what you work with. Yeah, you worked on a project here that essentially turned these kids into that. Wow, your neural enhancement project, whatever what it's called here. It's like you're no diff. Don't be a hypocrite. Now, better future. This is one of those times where, yeah, point goes to Elon 5 here because yes. It's like a better future. What? Well, he ain't gonna have a better future here, given what he had to he worked for the company. She worked for the company that he signed up for, sold his life to have his face changed, life forgotten, and voila, he ain't gonna have a good future. Yeah, he's a human experiment. You don't want to die, but you don't give a damn about my future. Yep, and now he's gonna report to the upper management. He's in trouble, and this is the moment that really shows. I'm like, she is indoctrinated. She reminds me of the way she's doing that. I will do anything my mom says. It reminds me of another actually brought back memories of a certain harem comedy with a bunch of but a kid that lives in his grandpa's mansion full of a bunch of maid, and the head maid literally programmed to do whatever the kid wants. Oh wow, that's messed up. But it also reminds me a lot of combat coordinators from Seed. Or they're programmed to do always fight coordinators and protect naturals. That's so ingrained here. They'll always do that. They can't even hurt naturals. Literally. Fortunately, unless you're Guy Murakumo, well, he managed to break out of that. He probably an early attempt. But the Shirok clones or something like that. But yeah, there's that. Oh boy, there is a lot. There's quite a bit. She's raised and conditioned, and even her mom, like Prospera, everything points to Suleta being a clone of Eddie. And so Prospera doesn't even view her as really her true daughter. She views Ariel as her daughter. That's where Ari is. And then we have is the object of my vengeance. The man Ranjan, yeah, Ranjan, the guy that Minori talked to last episode. He was Delling's bodyguard or something. They knew who she was. We saw that in the season 1 finale. Was it season 1? But either way, back at the plant. deprived me of my husband. And naturally, Minori didn't know that. Because, you know, why would she? Why would she know that something that happened before she was ever born? So this, in fact, what happened there was the details were obviously classified here. Like we just saw in the beginning, right there, how nobody really knew what happened in the plant. There was said it was an accident, but that possibly Donald Fall was connected to it, and Delling's current state is hush hush, even though it's leaked out. Because eventually things have been leaked out here that he has been injured. But yeah, but you're in the same position. You accuse her of being a murderer. Yeah, what she's saying bullshit here, but Minori's in a mental state right now, very emotional, where this kind of bullshit talk would indeed affect her. She's playing she's playing a very crude mind games with her, but it works. It works because Minori's is still a kid. She's innocent. She's scared, and she's right now scared after everything that happened. And now, yeah, like she wants Minori to be run for president because she's Delling Rembrandt's bloodstained, which is bullshit. Come on, but yeah, the fact that she wants it should be all the reason for Minori to say no. No. I'm not gonna, no, but you want me to do this? No way I'm gonna do that. Oh boy. But see how she is. She's actually considering it. She's emotionally, psychologically vulnerable right now. And Prospera is capitalizing on that. Bitch. Little bitch. So, everyone, this is a hell of an episode. Tell me what you all thought of the episode in the comments down below. Like, subscribe for more videos. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.